A lot of experience, at the highest level and competing at the highest level. And that makes this that much more interesting. But like I said before, there's no blueprint on how to beat Floyd Mayweather. And he can tell you that himself.
He's older than me.
Oh,
I'm still young, so and I'm always active with this sport. So what I have done and accomplished in boxing, I think it's one of a kind, because to get a 8 different weight division is not that easy. I'm just saying this to repeat, you might forget that accomplishment. So to be the greatest boxer in the world is to know how to of course be compassionate and to show the people that you're really a fighter.
Well, we all live our lives the way we want to live our lives. Everyone in this room have family, have friends. But when it comes to this, when it comes to boxing and competing and being the best, I'm not here to talk about what you did on the outside. I'm not here to talk about what nobody else did on the outside. I'm not here to talk about your personal life.
The blockbuster rematch between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao is gaining momentum following their first meeting over a staggering $600 million mega fight.
You know what's going on inside that square circle? I'm the best. No matter how you rate it, no matter how you cut it, no matter how you slice it, no matter if you go to 100 years back, 300 years back, all the way to now, there's only one best, and that's Floyd.
Interest continues to grow around a potential second showdown between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Discussions have intensified since reports surfaced about the possibility of the two boxing icons returning for a rematch in what has been described as a massive event valued at around $600 million.
Is now, 11 years after the first fight, why is now the right time for this rematch?
It just happened that I'm still active in boxing, and he come out from retirement, so and he decided to do it again. So this is it. Like I'm so excited for.
Manny Pacquiao believes the timing is finally right for another fight with Floyd Mayweather. According to Pacquiao, Mayweather is getting ready to come out of retirement, while he also feels physically prepared and confident that he is in excellent shape, making this the ideal moment for the long-awaited rematch.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao will rematch coming up this year, September 19th in Las Vegas at the Sphere. 11 years after their first fight in May of 2015, that still holds the record for the biggest pay-per-view of all time in the world of boxing and the biggest gate ever for a boxing event. But the platform is not Showtime Boxing, not Paramount Plus, not DAZN. The platform will be
Netflix has officially announced that Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao are set to meet in a highly anticipated rematch on September 19th, 2026. The confirmation has generated major excitement throughout the boxing world, with fans expecting the event to become one of the biggest and most successful fight nights in recent history.
11 years after their first fight in 2015, which, like I mentioned, is still the biggest pay-per-view to date in the world of boxing. The most pay-per-view buys, followed by Mayweather versus McGregor, as well as the biggest gate. And honestly, that first fight, I was there in person. I lived it. I followed Manny around pretty much the whole entire camp. The buzz and the buildup for it has still been unmatched. Even that fight week, the buzz and the buildup is still unmatched. Like, the amount of press members that went to cover that fight that week, usually they set up a press room, and that press room was freaking packed the first day we got there, which was on a Tuesday. Still, I've been to hundreds and hundreds of fights, the biggest fights, and I've been doing this for a long time now. That's still the amount of attention, the amount of buzz has yet to be matched. In case you needed to be reminded, Manny and Floyd fought back in May of 2015 in what was literally, and this word gets used over and over again, fight of the century. all these other fights that have happened since this Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, and they try to label themselves fight of the century. It's all cap. It doesn't matter. This literally, Mayweather and Pacquiao, the first fight, was the fight of the century. I got photos, I got videos, I got texts from people in San Diego, in other cities, waiting outside of bars. They were outside in the streets, huddled together, trying to watch the fight, not even in the bars, in the establishments. So that tells you like how big that fight was back in
Their original meeting in 2015 was a historic event that left a lasting mark on the sport. Considered by many to be the most significant boxing match ever staged, it broke numerous pay-per-view and financial records while attracting worldwide interest. In the main event held in Las Vegas, Floyd Mayweather earned a victory over Manny Pacquiao, and the spectacle became more than just a boxing match, turning into a global entertainment event that captured attention far beyond the sport itself.
It's going to be a first-of-its-kind event. The last time you and Mayweather stepped into a ring, it was 2015, over a decade ago. Is there anything you can learn from that fight heading into September's bout?
Oh yeah, I learned a lot on that fight. Way back 2015, I think we become mature right now and how to handle it, and like, you know, I hope that it will not happen again, like the way it is last 2015. You know, it's the experience is like not really 100%, but I'm hoping for this time around no more excuses, especially to my condition and also for everything. Like I'm so excited and ready to.
Manny Pacquiao shared that his first meeting with Floyd Mayweather taught him valuable lessons, and he believes those experiences have better prepared him for a second showdown. He said both he and Mayweather have grown and matured over the years, adding that he wants to leave the problems of the past behind as they move toward their anticipated rematch.
You mentioned not being 100% the first time around. I think it was a shoulder, right? Was it a shoulder issue that you were fighting through? Popped up during training. To the fans who are excited about this, but a little bit worried about another injury coming up, because we're all 11 years older than we were back in 2015. To them and their concerns, you say what?
Well, both of us are disciplined fighters, so him and me, we taking care of our body, and we always work out almost every day and playing basketball like that. So right now, I still can fight. Like I feel like I'm still young. I mean, yeah. Nothing.
Manny Pacquiao has acknowledged that he was not in peak physical condition when he faced Floyd Mayweather in 2015. He explained that a right shoulder injury sustained during training affected his preparation and prevented him from throwing his punches with the speed and power he normally relied on throughout the fight. Interview 7. During an interview, Pacquiao was reminded that he had previously said he was not at full strength for his first fight with Floyd Mayweather. At the same time, Mayweather has resumed intense training as he prepares to come out of a 9-year retirement and step back into the ring later this year. He has also been posting workout clips, giving fans a look at his preparations for the anticipated return.
Watch it. I said that like I had my distance. That's why I said it. Shit, you gotta have my distance. Fighters don't know their distance. You gotta know your distance. Cool. Okay, touch me, Tom. Hey,
Former world champion Timothy Bradley Jr. has shared his thoughts on the expected rematch between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Bradley suggested that Netflix is investing in a major entertainment event, emphasizing that the matchup is driven primarily by its financial potential and ability to attract viewers rather than being centered solely on competitive boxing.
Yo, Tim that Storm Bradley, you already know the damn rest. Look, I just got notice that Manny Pacquiao Mayweather about to go back at it in September. So a lot of guys coming out of retirement getting that Netflix money. Netflix is willing to pay for content, man, especially if you're popular. You know, they did Jake Paul. Jake Paul opened his damn door. Gotta give it up for him. He opened his door. And Mike Tyson, they've done other events as well. You know, Katie Taylor and Serrano as well. However, I was thinking De La Hoya was next. De La Hoya, you coming out of retirement? Clap back Thursdays. Nah, bring your ass out of retirement, big dog.
Rather than relying on the traditional pay-per-view system, the event is expected to benefit from Netflix's worldwide audience and large subscriber base, opening the door to significant revenue through new subscriptions, sponsorship agreements, merchandise sales, and global exposure. As anticipation continues to build, the matchup is being promoted as one of the biggest sporting events of the year.
When people say the biggest fight in boxing history, you know, if you don't adjust for inflation, et cetera, or tickets sold, et cetera, you know, Joe Louis and Max Schmeling, the rematch, Ali and Frazier, the first fight, these were the biggest fights in boxing history. But Mayweather and Pacquiao was easily the biggest fight of its era, of the generation. And it was the highest grossing fight of all time.
Sure.
Because it's 4.4 million pay-per-view buys at $100 a pop. Do the math, right? It's interesting because Netflix is obviously in the business of, you said, eventizing.
Yes.
Everyone, they want enormous events that become shared experiences. In a way, in this day and age, partly because of delivery systems of content like Netflix, everything is so niche. You know, everything is so compartmentalized that there's very few shared experiences. It's one of the reasons that the NFL is such a big deal, because the NFL can get tens of millions of people to watch the same thing at the same time.
Many fans and boxing analysts believe Floyd Mayweather's decision to return to the ring is influenced more by financial opportunities than by a desire to compete at the highest level. Some have cited his track record of lucrative exhibition bouts and his luxurious lifestyle as reasons for thinking that major earnings remain a key factor behind his continued appearances in the ring.
Gambling problem. Of course, his situation's unstable. I mean, this is about as predictable as anything I could imagine. Steve, how old is Floyd at this point?
47, and he has not had a real fight since 2015 when he beat Berto. Then he had the foray against Conor McGregor 2017, and he's done some exhibitions. And I don't know if you know this, Jason, but he actually made an official announcement with a press release. I'm unretiring. Get this. After my exhibition with Mike Tyson in April.
I heard this, yeah.
So that's in the Congo, Rumble in the Jungle Part 2. But yeah, it's for the money. If you, just Google Floyd's name and the IRS. All the news is out there. He owes jewelers money. There's back paid rent for real estate in New York. It's clear that he is now part of the no money team, which is very ironic. And
Floyd Mayweather is reportedly involved in a significant legal dispute connected to his business and financial dealings. According to published reports, he has taken legal action claiming that his longtime advisor, Al Heyman, along with Showtime Sports, participated in actions that allegedly cost him hundreds of millions of dollars. Through the lawsuit, Mayweather is seeking to recover the money he believes was lost, along with additional damages.
A couple of things, if you look at the article on Boxing Scene, something doesn't smell right about it. A couple of things that don't smell right is it's 10 years after the fact. There are an army of attorneys, lawyers, accountants making sure boxers get paid at Floyd's level. And the idea that Floyd could be in a position where he's starting to run out of money and is looking for a reason that this money isn't his anymore. Paulie, what the first thing that jumps out at you about this amount, about the timing, about everything about this lawsuit, what jumps to your mind first, Paulie, when you think about it, as a boxer on the inside?
What jumps to my mind first is probably the beginning is the 10 years later.
Yeah, same.
I'm very curious about, you know, I mean, I don't want to say the veracity, because obviously that's the strong word to use in this situation, because this may or may not happen.
Meanwhile, Rolly Romero has also shared his thoughts on the growing excitement surrounding a potential Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao rematch. Romero believes Mayweather would come out on top once again, echoing the opinion expressed by many fighters and public figures. Although he has never fought either boxing icon, Romero's prediction reflects the view that Mayweather's defensive skills, ring intelligence, and years of experience continue to make him a difficult opponent for Pacquiao at this point in their careers. That opinion has also been voiced by other well-known personalities, including Conor McGregor, who has likewise predicted another victory for Mayweather in a possible 2026 rematch. Many fans see these predictions as reinforcing the belief that Mayweather's tactical approach and undefeated legacy still give him the edge, even as the event is viewed by many as being fueled as much by its entertainment value and commercial success as by the competitive rivalry itself.
Announcement that's come today, official now. Floyd Mayweather returns to the ring against Manny Pacquiao in the rematch. What did you think about that fight?
I don't think anyone was expecting that, was they? See, like, things can happen very quickly.
Was it correct that you were in talks with Manny Pacquiao at one point? How far did they get?
I mean, you didn't see Sean Gibbons and call me out like I don't know how many times, all that stuff, right? It just, it's complicated.
Oscar De La Hoya has also weighed in on the anticipated rematch between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, offering his prediction for the outcome. De La Hoya believes Mayweather will emerge victorious once again, pointing to the qualities that have defined Floyd's career. He praised Mayweather's exceptional defensive ability, explaining that his talent for avoiding clean shots and dictating the rhythm of a fight has consistently set him apart from other fighters. De La Hoya also credited Mayweather's outstanding ring IQ, saying his ability to study opponents, recognize openings, and capitalize on their mistakes gives him a significant advantage inside the ring.
The thing about Mayweather you have to understand is he's always taking care of himself. Like, his body, physically, mentally, he's always been very sharp and always staying in the gym and doing something physically, right? That's the big advantage he has. I mean, he's an athlete. He's a world-class athlete. Watching Pacquiao's last fight, you kind of feel bad. You kind of feel bad for him, and even though he did win and he did, I guess, pull off a surprise in his last fight with a draw against the world champion. But still, you tend to kind of like feel bad because it's not the same Pacquiao. It's definitely not the same Pacquiao I faced. That's for sure. The one that put me on my stool in the 9th round.
Oscar De La Hoya believes that Floyd Mayweather's experience at the top level of professional boxing could be the biggest difference in a rematch. He emphasized that Mayweather has spent years competing against elite fighters and has repeatedly shown his ability to make the right adjustments during a fight. While De La Hoya praised Manny Pacquiao for his outstanding career, explosive speed, and impressive punching power, he explained that Mayweather's defensive mastery, ring intelligence, tactical discipline, and years of experience make him the stronger pick to come out on top once again.
If they make it a real fight with the real rules, then yeah, it's an okay night for boxing.
Who would you back? Who do you think would win it? If it's a real fight, because that's what Pacquiao wants, it seems.
Yeah, I think Mayweather will.
David Benavidez has built a reputation for speaking openly about the sport's biggest topics. If he were asked about Manny Pacquiao returning to the ring and the growing speculation surrounding another fight with Floyd Mayweather, he would likely praise Pacquiao's legendary accomplishments, while also raising concerns about how much he can still perform at this stage of his career. Pacquiao remains one of boxing's all-time greats, and many fans are excited to watch him compete again. However, time affects every athlete, and at 47 years old, he is no longer the same fighter who dominated the sport in his prime. On the other hand, Mayweather's exceptional footwork, defensive brilliance, ring intelligence, and undefeated record would make him the clear favorite in a potential rematch.
There's reports saying that Floyd may do a professional fight.
What did you say?
There's word that potentially Floyd might come out and do a professional fight.
Oh yeah?
What's your thoughts on it, as a fan?
I mean, as a fan, I feel like I see what they're doing. They see like the influencers just turned it into like, I'm not gonna say a whole circus show, but I feel like they see if these people can come in here and make all this money, then why can't the legends of boxing do that? I feel like they're all the legends of boxing looking at that. And I don't have a problem with them coming back and fighting, but I mean, it's not as exciting as it once was, you know what I mean? I mean, Floyd Mayweather was Floyd Mayweather, but who is he gonna fight? I mean, unless he fights Pacquiao again, I would love to see that.
How do you think a Pacquiao-Floyd rematch would go?
I don't know, but I would love to see it. I mean, if Floyd Mayweather is still who he is, I think Floyd Mayweather will win, but I don't know, we have to see. You know, they're both older guys. I think Floyd is 50, you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to disrespect in any type of way, but he's a 50-year-old man, you know what I mean? Pacquiao is a 48-year-old man.
Like Benavidez, many boxing experts believe there is little competitive justification for another fight between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. They argue that the first matchup ended with a clear outcome, as Mayweather earned a unanimous decision after controlling the action throughout the contest. All three judges scored the fight in his favor, leaving few questions about the result on that night. Many critics also note that, although the event became one of the biggest financial successes in boxing history, it failed to deliver the level of excitement many fans expected. Mayweather's defensive style and tactical approach largely shut down Pacquiao's offense, preventing the action-packed battle that many had anticipated. Because the original fight produced such a convincing result, and with both men now well beyond their prime, many analysts believe a rematch isn't necessary from a sporting perspective, even though it would almost certainly generate enormous revenue.
And the cynical side of me goes, wait, what? Why? They fought the first time, okay? Like that chapter was closed. We got a definitive winner. It was Floyd. Floyd definitively won. The fight wasn't as competitive as we all thought it was. And that's that, right? Even though Manny did say after the fight that he suffered a shoulder injury prior to that, and that he couldn't really use his shoulder too much. But, you know, it's a strange time that we're in right now in boxing with some of these fights that we're getting. The reason why I'm a little mixed is, yeah, you know, that's the cynical side of me, but the other side of me is a little bit partial to Manny in terms of what I just listed right there with the shoulder injury. You know, he went into that fight with the biggest pay-per-view of all time, the biggest probably viewing audience of all time in terms of a fight. And that wasn't the best Manny.
Veteran sports commentator Simon Jordan has also played down the sporting value of a second fight between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. In his opinion, their first meeting already produced a decisive result, with Mayweather winning comfortably on the judges' scorecards and leaving little debate over the outcome. Jordan also pointed to Pacquiao's recent outings as a sign that he is approaching the closing stage of his career, while noting that Mayweather has focused primarily on exhibition bouts instead of high-level competitive fights. Because of that, Jordan believes the main motivation behind a rematch would be commercial rather than athletic. He further explained that major streaming companies, such as Netflix, often view sporting events as large-scale entertainment opportunities. By investing in blockbuster attractions, these platforms can attract new subscribers, create widespread media attention, and strengthen their global reach. With hundreds of millions of users around the world, even a modest increase in subscriptions can make such a major investment worthwhile. Jordan summed up his perspective by saying that a Mayweather-Pacquiao rematch would generate plenty of discussion and attract a huge audience, but its value would come from its business appeal instead of its competitive significance, reflecting how modern boxing increasingly emphasizes spectacle and public interest alongside the sport itself.
Floyd's unbeaten record and the professional status of the bout add any intrigue to this at all?
No, not really. I don't think so. I mean, Manny Pacquiao's had a fight recently, hasn't he, against Mario Barris, who's just lost his title to Ryan Garcia, deservedly so. And that was a draw in which most people saw Pacquiao at the end of his career, saw what was left of him, and were not too happy that he came back again. Floyd Mayweather has had a variety of different bouts. I mean, I hear that he's going to fight Mike Tyson. I don't understand what that thinking is. Or an exhibition. We've seen him fight and hold up Conor McGregor in an exhibition fight. It's Netflix building entertainment models around sports. Sport is entertainment. It crosses over. Netflix have got a proven model of success that ultimately they invest some money into these sort of things, whether it's Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson or Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. They'll look at their lifetime value of their average subscriber, not every subscriber, but their average subscriber, and then they multiply it by the amount of subscribers they think they're going to get as new ones, and they make a commercial decision.
Manny Pacquiao recently shared his thoughts on the attention surrounding Floyd Mayweather's exhibition bout with Mike Tyson, as well as the growing anticipation for a possible rematch with Mayweather later this year. Pacquiao praised Tyson's legendary punching power, acknowledging that any boxer would have to take someone with Mike's knockout ability seriously inside the ring. However, when the conversation shifted to Mayweather, Pacquiao expressed confidence in his own preparation. He explained that his focus is on competing in a genuine professional contest rather than an exhibition, and said his goal is to make history by becoming the first fighter to defeat Mayweather in a professional bout, while Pacquiao made it clear that he respects Tyson's dangerous power.
Win Mike Tyson or Floyd Mayweather?
It depends. If Mike Tyson will train hard, then
do you think it will happen?
Just one punch only.
His full attention remains on Floyd. He believes his years of experience, disciplined training, and determination give him a strong opportunity to succeed if the long-discussed third meeting becomes a reality.